Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of coding asteroids in TypeScript. Last time we were trying to hit our asteroid with a bullet and make it split up into multiple pieces and eventually disappear. So we were able to do that last time, but we didn't get enough time to do the explosion effect. That happens like when you shoot, when a bullet hits something, it just shows a bunch of particles that get spawned at that point. Let me just show you that again from the original game. Yeah, so if you shoot, if you see these some explosion effect, it's just decoration. It doesn't have any impact on the gameplay. So let's do that today. All right, let me jump back to my code editor. So the easiest way to do that would be just have one entity, and then that entity can draw a bunch of different particles, and after some time it just disappears, right? We remove it from the scene. Is similar to the bullets, but bullets also go out after some time. Yeah, it's pretty actually similar to the bullet mechanics. Yeah, as long as the drawing go. But there's no collisions or anything, so it's just a decoration. So let's see. I'm gonna create another file called explosion and create a new class called explosion, and we'll make it implement entity. One second, let me save this first and then I'll do entity so I can import that. Now I'm gonna implement the entity interface. Okay, so name will be explosion and position will be, I will ask the position in constructor. Velocity will be 0. We're not going to use the collider, so we can leave that as is. And let's create a constructor. It will take a position. We also want to know what time this explosion was created, so maybe we can just say private created at some number, and then we want to have just a list of those small particles. So let's name them shards. Yeah, I'm gonna define a new type called shard in a minute. Yeah, let's do that here. Type shard is just gonna have a position and a velocity. This is something to draw. Okay, so in our update, what we're gonna do is we're gonna just loop over all the shards, and it's gonna update the position. Add the velocity and we scale it by delta time. Okay, and then we also want to make it disappear after some time. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna use the created at timestamp. So we can say if now minus this dot created at is greater than some, let's say explosion TTL in milliseconds. We'll just define that in a second. and then we will say entities dot remove this. Okay, so let's define this constant up here. Let's maybe make it 1 second. We'll tweak that in a minute. All right, update looks okay. We are not adding any drag yet. Let's display some effect first, and then we'll tweak how it looks. So drawing, right? We do the same thing as this. Loop over all the shards, and we just want to draw each shard. So we want to do what we did for the bullet. So what did we do for the bullet? Let's see. Fill circle. Yeah, we can do that. Okay, import. Not this dot position, it will be shard dot position. Okay. Then do we need the position for the explosion if we only have only need the positions on the shards themselves? I'm not sure. It depends on if we pass in local coordinates to the shard or like the global ones. Okay, let's just draw something first, then we'll get rid of a position if needed. Okay, now I'm gonna go back to the game and we remove some of this extra stuff. Now let's do it so that if we click the canvas, we can spawn some explosion there. Actually, to spawn an explosion, right, we actually need to specify we actually need to build this shards array, right? So let's just define some helper function there for that. So we will say spawn explosion. It will just take a position and we're just gonna build up the shards here, and we are gonna return new explosion. So what did we define? Position created at shards, right? So we can say position is position. Let's copy that, and created at shards array. So created at will be now, right? So we can actually get that from here, number, then we can just say now, and shards will be shards. Okay, now let's add something to these shards. So maybe we will make like 10 shards. We can define another constant called num shards per explosion, or just say num shards. And then let's define, we'll define it in a second. Let's do const. We want to have some random velocity, right? So we can do math dot random subtract 0.5 because we want to have it in all directions, not just some positive 0 to 1 value. and do the same for y. And then let's create a new velocity from this. New vec2 val x val y. Okay, we got the velocity. Now let's add it to the shards. Shards dot push. We can just do first const shard equals with some position and velocity. Okay, yeah, let's define this constant up here. Let's say 10. This looks good. So individual shard only has position or velocity, right? And yeah, they take the same position as for the explosion itself. So the explosion doesn't really need a position, right? So we can get rid of this, and we can just hardcode that to position equals vec2.0. Okay, and we can get rid of this. All right, now let's go back to the game and let's add a new handler here. Let's say window dot add event listener, or we can say canvas, right? No, it's fine. You can say click, and we can do, need to get the coordinates. I think we can use the offset. Yeah, offset. I think you can also use client x, client y, but it's for the whole viewport, and offset is for the element you clicked on. And what I've usually seen is sometimes you do you get the bounding rect from the element you want, and you subtract that from the viewport coordinates. But let's just try the offset for now. Let's do const point is equal to new vec2 e dot offset x, e dot offset y, and then we will do spawn explosion should I pass in entities in here and then just add that? Yeah, I think that might be convenient. So we can do entities no, let's just try it like this first. So we will do const explosion point, and we'll do now for the current timestamp, and then we will do this dot entities dot. Okay, we need to define another type on the entity collection, so let's do that here. Explosions explosion, and we will do the same here, explosions. Okay, do that here as well. Okay, now we go back, we can say these are entities dot explosions dot push explosion. What do I need here? Yeah, let's try this. Go back to the browser. Let me click somewhere. Okay, the click actually works, and we do see something. It's just there's too much velocity. And actually there are some particles which are pretty slow, but some are pretty fast. So maybe we need to just have like a smaller range of velocities. So let's define some scale. Let's do dot normalize, and then we'll do scale. We'll define some speed up here. Shard speed, let's say 2, and then we will say shard speed. Let's see what this looks like. That's even faster. So let me go up and then do 0.1. Doesn't look good, so we don't want the same speed. We just want to scale down some of them. Let's also add some drag. I think that will make it look look a little bit more natural. Let's define a drag here. Shard drag coefficient, and then yeah, we can have it at 0.1. In the update, we will do shard dot velocity equals shard dot velocity dot scale 1 minus shard drag coefficient. Okay, that's way too much drag, but let's scale the speed now. So we will do 0.5, and the time they stay alive is pretty long too, so let's decrease that to maybe 600. And I will reduce the drag to 0.05. Now increase the speed to maybe 0.8. Let's see. It doesn't look organic. So I'm going to reduce the drag even further and decrease the speed. Even less speed. Yeah, this actually looks alright. Maybe a little bit more time. 800. Yeah, I think we can use this. Yay. Okay, I think we can use this. All right, so let's go to our collision detection. Where was that? I think in the game itself. Where did we do hit asteroid? Yeah. Okay, yeah, so when we do hit asteroid, we also want to spawn it at the position of the asteroid, right? Or the position of the bullet. I think in the game it spawns from the middle of the, let me see, middle of the asteroid. Second. Let's see here. Oh wait, he's dead. Yeah, so it's from the middle of the asteroid. It doesn't matter where the bullet hits it. So let's do asteroid.position.copy, and we will do performance.now. Okay, let's see if this works. Yeah, nice. Our bullets are way too slow though. Let me just fix that real quick. Bullet, where is the bullet speed? Is it in shooting? Yeah, let me say 0.5. A little bit better. Okay, that looks good. All right. Yeah, I think that's it for the explosion. I'm gonna keep this one pretty short. Let me see. Yeah, I don't think there's anything else to do with the explosions, so I'm gonna call it here. Next time we'll probably do something with the polygon collisions, because right now we have just the bullet collision with an asteroid, right? We want to have, like, if you hit the player ship with the asteroid, they also get destroyed, right? Okay, so we'll take a look at that next time. Thanks for watching. See ya.